Hi everyone, Schoolhouse Intuitive here with a reading for Libras collectively, all placements of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. You could find this resonates. Let's see what we have for you. Timeless reading. You could find it resonates though, June, July 2025. Okay, because that's when I'm filming it, and sometimes that energy is like 30 days out. Can be more, but anyway. Let's see. You'll know if it's your reading, and if it is, great. And if it's not, just leave it, right? You have free will and final say. So we have Arch here with Triumph. Positive opening or opportunity. Your effort is going to pay off. Effort's paying off. But I get this energy lately in readings that's great. It's like people are out there going, great, but when? Why is it delayed? So we're going to look into that during this reading. Why is something delayed? Is there stuff like we're needing to work on, look at, address, and we'll get some messages from my guides, okay, from Spirit. Let's see. You have, okay, so we have Tower and Wreath. So this says unfulfilled love, desire, craving, some sort of disappointment, maybe with the Tower. And as we know from tarot, the Tower can come in and knock over that building or that foundation, that structure, metaphorically speaking, or literally. But there's sudden change. There's upheaval. There's some sort of chaos, and I think a lot of us are feeling that in the world right now. And but there is literally you have triumph over disappointment. If I hold these cards up, that's what you have. So there is triumph over disappointment, but we're going to look into more details of all of this. And I can't give you a time of when something's going to happen in a general reading like this, especially, but we can certainly get more information. So Wreath, completeness, some sort of proposal, happiness is expected. So this is events outside of your control changing your life in some way. And that can be part of why something is delayed or hasn't quite happened for you yet. May feel like it's not going to. Your new start could be delayed. We have passion, fire. So this is hot emotions, okay, a renewal process too, essential to spiritual growth. Kind of like Phoenix Rising energy. Okay, and that's it for now, I think, for these cards. Moving on to the Dark Mansion Tarot, one of my personal favorites. Messages for the greatest highest good of Libra. What do we have for you? What do we have for the Libra collective? Knight of Swords. No, look at this. Look at the expression on his face. He's like, ha ha, ha, I've won. Yeah, so he thinks, because you had that card about triumph over disappointment. So this is like moving forward no matter what. Oh my goodness. I look at the bottom of the deck and there's the Eight of Cups. Now this keeps showing up in your readings. It did for a while, then it stopped. Now it's back. Last reading I did for you, Eight of Cups, first card out for tarot. So you have the Knight of Swords and you have the Eight of Cups. So there's disappointment, walking away. Some of you have already done that. Some of you will. This could be walking away from something, not knowing fully where you're headed, but knowing something's got to go, knowing that something is no longer fulfilling. Maybe it was before, but it's just not anymore. And so off we go. Okay. The Knight of Swords is a very fast moving energy. So your triumph in whatever this is may come in quickly. And that could be why you have also the Tower. Something could quickly change for you now. All right. So Knight of Swords can also be like a very assertive energy and maybe feeling as though you're defending your beliefs. Maybe you are taking a stand and you're done with something, What else do we have for Libra? With completeness, you have, oh my goodness, the Six of Wands. Oh, okay, yeah, Six of Wands. Thought it was the Four of Wands, but it's actually the Six of Wands here. Six of Wands. I see 444 on the timer. So maybe you've resonated with that angel number. But Six of Wands, achievement, completion. And it's funny because it's underneath this wreath card that says completeness on it. So maybe you are getting some sort of, as even this card says, some sort of proposal, some sort of happiness that's expected. You could be going to some sort of ceremony, graduation, wedding, otherwise, right? I know that's that time of year. So, or maybe you just attended one, but there is something here. Could even be an anniversary. And I'm actually picking up on Virgo energy because I see a lantern in this card. Um, but you see the lantern up here? And I can't tell if it's on or not. Um, I mean, with tarot, it can mean a variety of things, but it kind of reminds me of Virgo energy, Hermit card, because of the lantern. But that has to do with sort of that light within. This light is like outside of whatever this is. So I feel like you look at this, the moon here in this Eight of Cups. Following your intuition is key right now for this, whatever this transition is. I just saw 555 on the timer, so we saw the fours and the fives. The Eight of Cups usually has an eclipse on it. I mean, this is really is it's going your own way. It's withdrawal. It's moving on, right? It's abandoning something that's not working anymore, and it's so you can have this victory, success. I'm getting even there could be a period where there are all eyes on you, or everyone has their focus on something. And my question is that where we should be focusing? I often will get like kind of like I'll be I like challenge the energy in a way here, and I feel like is this? I mean, that's great, and the people are throwing rice, but it almost feels like, and maybe I'm picking up on your energy. What's the catch? Is there a hidden something here? Let's see what we have. Interesting. I'm trying to ask the questions that maybe you're wanting to know about, right? Let's see. That's the whole point of this, to help. All right. There's the King of Swords. So someone may not have the level of investment you have with something. I'll just tell you right out. And it could be that you're feeling that, but it can also be this very like cold energy. Someone could be, I heard cold shoulder as soon as I pulled the card out. So you could be feeling as though your passion's being met with some sort of resistance, a very opposite energy to yours. Um, King of Swords, very determined leader. This can certainly be our energy as Libras, right? Sword being our suit where we're represented in tarot. But this is truth, control. This can be a very balanced approach to something. It's definitely using your judgment. And I feel like it has to do with like using your judgment as far as where to put your energy right now. And you have the Nine of Cups. Came out in your last reading I did for you too. And this, oh, okay. So two cards fell out from the top. Didn't, oh, three. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. So we have, oh, the King of Wands. Oh, we'll get to all these in a minute. The King of Wands, the Tower, and Page of Pentacles. So we'll talk about all of this. Okay. So the Nine of Cups, satisfaction, fulfillment. It can, it can tie into that Triumph card here. So some sort of positive feeling, even being cups. It's feeling enjoyment, wishes coming true. But again, I'm getting this energy of like, well, that's great, but what's the but here? I don't know. So maybe I don't know if you're not believing this can happen or not sure how it's going to happen now. I don't get that it can happen in a current circumstance, just for some of you. There has to be some sort of walking away, rebuilding, because then we're walking right towards that tower. So you have the King of Wands, and I like seeing the King of Wands because we have that King of Swords, and I didn't like that King of Swords energy with underneath your passion. I get almost someone or something like maybe you were feeling passionate, and then for whatever reason it's not supported in the current environment. All right. So I get that yes, you may have to walk away with that 8 of cups. King of wands, very focused, determined. They're a bold leader. This can be entrepreneurial energy. This is someone witty and charming, someone who's highly motivated and knows how to motivate others. This is a card of passion, of taking your passion and going forward with it. Mm-hmm. And often, just like your last reading was about, it's so interesting. It's such a continuation. And I guess that was kind of my intention here, because there were some questions that I still had at the end of that reading. Um, so you may get insight from that one, but it was the last one I did on this channel. But with the tower, you know, you have it twice showing up in a reading. Something could like kind of come in and hit all at once. Okay, there is this energy of, not just because it's a tower. I don't always get it from the tower, even though it can be fast moving, quick, sudden, shocking, chaotic. But I do feel that almost as though things were, see, it's the calm before the storm, almost, is kind of what it feels like. I feel like maybe you were heading in one direction, and then something quickly changes. um there's for some of you, you could be dealing with somebody that you never know what they're going to do. You don't know what to expect. It could be a boss, it could be a leader of some kind, it could be in a relationship you have, but there's sort of this energy of, you just never know which way. It's like they change with the wind. uh so that's something that I'm getting a name like Marsha or Martin. mm, Marianne, I just heard too, clairaudiently. But it doesn't mean that's connected to the tower. I get randomly specific messages throughout the reading. So this this tower though, the trees all around it, they were already dead. They were already gone. Something was already um I don't know if you got warning, but there was already indication that something wasn't going to survive a certain storm, either fit like literally or metaphorically. But the Page of Pentacles, after this storm card, you have, there's like a little bit of hope there almost. There's definite gratitude for what remains, for what you have, for the fact that you're still you, that you still maybe have this passion, you still have this desire to learn. There's this bit of information too, not necessarily information, but it is a gift of some kind that comes as a result of standing your ground and not backing down with something. Let's see what else. And for facing it. Like actually it's like seeing something accurately, being very truthful about it, and acting accordingly. Pages can be messengers. This can be about hard work of some kind, or an opportunity to work. This can be ambition, even. It could be someone, a younger energy that's focused on money or material things. Hmm. I just heard clairaudiently teacher. So it could be teach her, or maybe some of you are teachers. Oh, okay, we have the Queen of Wands. So we have that King of Wands. Now we have the Queen of Wands. And I always say, if you watch me a lot, you're probably sick of it, but nothing stops a Queen of Wands. This person is determined. Now, the thing with the Queen of Wands is she doesn't necessarily know exactly the plan, but the passion makes up for it. The energy, the level of energy. You may be wondering, where will I get the energy to move, to make this change, to do this, to do that? We can get more insight into that. But with the Queen of Wands here and the King of Wands, like that's good. That's like, yeah, you might not be seeing how you're going to do something now, but I think you will, and you'll get some clarity. You have that King of Swords. The Queen of Wands is also does not care what other people think. Mm-hmm. Oh, also very can be very gorgeous, very pretty, very attractive in a variety of ways. There's the Two of Swords. Yeah, you're getting the clarity. I just said you'll be getting the clarity. We have a card of there's the choice here. You may be at a crossroads, and that could be or you could be dealing with someone who the energy is like stalemate energy. Opposition. I am getting this energy of opposition, of waiting. There could be some sort of strain or stress in a situation. It's a difficult choice. It's also like indecision. But as you can see with this card, they're by water. There's the reflection of the moon in the water. And I think some of you, either the advice is such or you're already doing this, going within. It's almost like it can't be said enough in tarot readings. Like, go within, go within. You know better than anyone what something's going to entail. And what you're doing, it may not necessarily be the popular choice among everyone around you, but you're doing what you need to do for you. Two choices here, weighing your options. Figuring it out. Like, this is it could be you're wondering if you should compromise or something too. Seven of Swords. And there's another card that wants to come with it, sort of sticking out. Oh, okay. Interesting. Look at these two together. What a couple. Seven of Swords and Death card. Okay. So I'm going to say it can be a couple of things. Death is transformation. The Seven of Swords can be strategy, but this is a very sneaky. I feel like you're feeling like you have to tiptoe around somebody until something comes to an end. That's what I feel like. This is what it's telling me here. So these go together. They want to be together, okay? It could also be a water sign wanting to be with an air sign. Death is Scorpio energy. Maybe you're on that cusp. But you may be moving in silence, you may like not announcing it, or this could be the advice. Maybe you're nervous about having to do that. I don't know. It all depends, take it or leave it, right? It's a general reading, but it can be an end to the lies and the deception. Oh my goodness, yes. This can also be definitely world stage kind of energy. I feel that when I have the tower twice and now we're having this. There have been so many big reveals and so much coming out as far as people lying and things like that. In my readings, by the way, this is a week ahead. So something could happen in the news yesterday, and it's not in this reading because I'm a week ahead, because if I were ever, needed to be out or something, you wouldn't miss your readings. So there's something like everybody is focused on, again, that energy of like, you know what it is? It's distractions. It's paying attention to distractions that are irrelevant. So you could have somebody in your life trying to do that. Or you may be feeling as though I'm just not focusing on the right things, or you're not sure where to focus on, what to focus on. What else? Because I get there is something, I see all these lights on in people's homes, and I'm just getting that people we're all paying attention to something. So again, I'm ahead in the reading, so I don't feel like I should go into that more, because it will have already happened by the time this posts, but I'm feeling it in advance. So there's something about someone's, it could be in your personal life too, obviously. I mean, when I'm talking, this is about personal, or it could be world stage, or someone close to you even, because it's just in the energy, right? But there's something about poking holes in someone's story. Their words don't add up. And you could feel that you're able to see between the lines, read between the lines with something. And this could be, again, it's like a person in authority, because we have these kings, and I keep going back to that King of Swords. So it could be an air sign, even like it's a very cold energy. I just don't love it. Normally, I don't get that off the King of Swords, but the way they're sitting in their corner, it's like they're not willing to budge. They don't want to hear it. Maybe you're having to take on a bit of a King of Swords energy. Like you're having to do what you need to do to get by, as far as like you're maybe having to cut out people, places, things that aren't supportive or that are unhealthy. This person in this death card, they knew this would happen. Some of you called this long ago. You knew something was this was going to happen. I feel for some of you, you knew that yeah, it's like you spotted this Seven of Swords energy, this deceptive energy, the lies, and you spotted it long ago. But I think for some of you, you're so intuitive. It takes people around you a while to catch up. All right, let's see. What do we have? You may have had to be dealing with something on your own. So there could be a distraction, a person, a situation that's out of your control that's, again, changing your life in some way. Because remember, it said events outside of your control will change your life underneath that wreath. And then you have the Six of Wands. Traditionally, there is a wreath. I feel, I'm strongly getting this, attention is being focused in the wrong direction right now. So what are we missing? Or maybe you already know that piece and that's what's been holding it up, and you're sitting here going, yep, that's just it. I can only do so much about this, and then I can't control that. Like I can only do so much with what I do in my day, but I can't control my spouse. Or I can only do so much what I can do at work, but I can't control my boss or my coworkers. And there's something here about that. And it's sort of like, keep at it though. Like, don't let that ruin you. There is that energy here where some of you may be feeling like, I just want to like give up on something. Like, I just want to just forget it. I'm not going to go through with the business, or I'm not going to move on or something. There's the Eight of Swords. Oh my goodness. But watch out for that Eight of Swords energy. That's that card. The Eight of Swords is the card of victimhood, right? This person does not have to stay where they are. That's an illusion. When I have the 7 after the 8, like that of Swords suit, it's like either it's outside of yourself or maybe within, but it's sort of like you're not able, there's a manipulative energy, and maybe you don't have all the facts and you're feeling like a certain way. You have the Two of Swords and the Eight of Swords almost always come out together. Just like the Seven of Swords, I almost always have, it's some sort of ending with the Seven of Swords, always. And for me, and it's so weird because it's not necessarily a card of ending, but you always end up having it with like death, or you have it with the 10 of Swords, you have it with the 3 of Swords, the 5 of Swords. You get these other cards that are like painful. They never come out alone. I don't know why that is. The energy is so connected, but you also get that with the 2 and the 8, and it's because their eyes are hidden here, or they're not seeing something for what it is. And it's a reminder, tap into your intuition and into your strength here. You're not a victim here. Okay, now I'm sorry I had to say it that way. I just have to say it. That's because I'm channeling. I'm not going to stop the messages from spirit. But yeah, some of you may or you're around somebody. You know what, you could be around this energy that's like they're always the victim. They're always something, they never have anything great to say. It's like just they're always this. It's like a younger, immature energy. I do feel male energy. I'm sorry to say a certain gender or whatever, but I am feeling kind of this like masculine, a young masculine energy. But it's not really. I don't like it when they get gender specific, because I don't think that's important in tarot. But some of you, because I literally saw like younger male. So, yeah. All right, you have the 7 of Pentacles. Are you going to be able to get out of this? Or are you measuring up? Or it can also be, is this everything? I just heard that intuitively. Is this everything? Like, is this all as far as something's going to go? You may be at the end of the road with something, right? But you got, yeah, tap into your intuition. Someone, so the Seven of Pentacles, this person actually looks pretty pleased. They don't in the original Rider-Waite-Smith necessarily, but this person looks pretty good with the growth. And again, who cares if other people see it or not. If they see your plan, you see it, and that's what matters most. How you see yourself, how you see your plan. Oh yeah, card of self-reliance, self-sufficiency. What you do matters, how you do it matters, and where you do it matters. Are all those things in line? That can be one of those things out of balance. Can be, well, there, it can be a real stumbling block, right? It could be feeling like a total stop sign, but there's a way around this. There's a way to maneuver around something. Maybe you need to be in the Seven of Swords energy as far as a strategy, and again, moving in the darkness, almost, so sort of, again, like not announcing plans, not announcing you're doing, maybe you have to quietly leave something. It is a card of running away. It can be a little bit of deception involved. Nine of Pentacles, though, they created that prosperity, that abundance for themselves, and it didn't just happen, right? It didn't just happen. And there were a lot of tough decisions that had to come with this. Or maybe that is what you're in now. There's a tough decision to be made. Justice, my goodness. You know what? I love seeing this because it's right on top of that Seven of Swords, Tower, and Death card energy. And that this is the column that I'm feeling where we're distracted by something. This could, and I was saying too, it can have to do with an authority figure, or even, I don't like to go there on this channel, but like a politician even. But there's justice. So that makes me think even more. It could have to do with some sort of political stuff going on, unfortunately. Yeah, that's our card, Libra. Justice. And that's the truth coming out. Right? Law, clarity, cause and effect, consequences. It can be acting with integrity despite what's going on around you. Holding yourself in high regard. Okay, maybe there can be a win-win, but I don't know. I don't know that there can be a win-win in whatever this is for us in this situation that we have here in the cards. There's the Eight of Pentacles, but yep, it's like keep your head down, focus on what you need to focus on, Libra. Try not to get sucked into whatever this is. For some of you, it could be feeling as though, again, the word trap is coming in. You could be feeling trapped. We're going to look at things we need to surrender, any potential blocks, and get advice too. So that'll be as part of the reading. The Knight of Wands. This is an energy where no, I made up my mind. I'm moving forward with this. Again, you might not have it all figured out yet, but this is certainly an energy of action, adventure. It's very free-spirited. This can be a lustful energy too. Someone could be coming your way, full of lust and passion, a younger energy even. Male, female, doesn't matter. There's an energy here of doing whatever it takes. Like, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get this. Maybe Nine of Pentacles energy. Two of Wands. But there's a little bit of planning maybe, because they haven't gone outside their comfort zone generally. They're not really running the show fully. Maybe you're not running the show as much as you want to be in your life. Again, there are certain things happening that may be out of your control. Don't let it throw you off balance. You have the Star card. Wouldn't be a Libra reading without a Star card, or really any reading. Even on my other channel, Mantic Mystic Messages, where I read for all the signs, we get the Star card. So this is awesome. It's right on top of the Justice card. It's like, no matter what's going on, I'm still focused on the light. I'm focused on the healing. This is a rebuilding kind of energy. Yes, the Tower came in, but then you have the Star in that order. You have Tower, Star, right? I mean, you had Death and Justice too, but I'm talking about in tarot, it's 16, 17. You have Tower, Star, and focusing on that Star. Focus on the Star you are. Because you have it with the Six of Wands, some of you may be put in a role where you are in the public eye, or you're being looked at for something. You're being maybe even performance evaluation, I'm hearing clairaudiently. review time or something, mid-year something could be, but it's also, you're getting an 888 energy because you have, oh yeah, because you have the 8 of Cups, you have the 8 of Pentacles, and you have the 8 of Swords. Now I didn't notice that. I heard it, I felt it, the 888, and that's that sign of abundance. So this is really good for the kind of reading this is. But then the star card is a 17, so 1 and 7 is also an 8. So let's see what else you have. Yeah, oh goodness, thank you. You have the 10 of Cups. This is really good. Look at that. There's so much healing coming in. There will be healing. The 10 of Cups, that's that rainbow usually on the card, where it's like that calm after the storm, that bright light, that love and support. It could be family, just fulfillment. It's dreams coming true. You also had another card of dreams coming true, that 9 of Cups. And even the star, it can be a wish come true sometimes with the star card, because it is that hope, that promise, and the healing. The 10 of Cups, blissful energy, joy. It's being able to maybe some of you are going on vacation, but it's able to kind of relax a little bit. Maybe you felt like you could never let your guard down around a certain person or in a situation, and now you can breathe again. So 888 is sign of abundance, and it says you will have great success coming your way. That's your angel number for the reading. This, I was a little worried when we started the reading. It's a little it's not an easy energy, I'm going to admit. It's definitely not an easy energy. Let's see what else you have. I just decided the reading I thought I was going to have on Tuesday, I'm going to flip it. This one's going to be on Tuesday this week, and the other one I did before is now going to be on Thursday. So nothing for you to really know, but if I say something like, "Oh, your last reading," well, actually your last reading is now the weekly reading I did for this week on Sunday, not the reading that I came in here with. So that's just a little aside. I'm going to mix up the order than what I said earlier. Okay. All right. 3 of Pentacles, like I said, being looked at. There's definitely a need to plan something. And I'm going to tell you, watch out for copycats. Someone could be trying to copy your work in some way or copy you. We have the Magician. Again, could be some sort of oh goodness. I just heard clairaudiently basket case. So I don't know if you just used that phrase. Oh, so and so, I'm a basket case, or they're a basket case, or something. But there's something here about somebody going off the rails, okay, is what I'm also hearing clairaudiently. These aren't necessarily expressions I use. So that's why sometimes I laugh at what I get, because I'm like, okay, so I heard basket case and going off the rails. So, but what that can mean is that someone's energy is quite disruptive and chaotic and unpredictable. So you could feel like you're having to deal with some sort of energy like that. Can be a manipulative energy. We have the Magician. But I also see this Magician as focus on your plan. When you have the 3 of Pentacles and the Magician, focus on your plan. Get something in writing too if you need to. Hold people accountable, right? You're always holding yourself accountable. Hold people accountable too. Okay, you have the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. I think so. In your reading that's coming out in 2 days, this was the final card on the reading too, and it's that clarity, it's breakthrough, it's sharp mind. That was the final tarot card in that reading too. It's amazing to me because, again, it's another card of truth coming out, truth coming out. And unfortunately, I am hearing things like you're not being necessarily told the truth right now. And I think some of you know that. And it could be that's what's also, or you're dealing with somebody who's so good at like manipulating, unfortunately, that it's hard to see the truth sometimes. But you get to the bottom of this Ace of Swords. Like you're gonna again, you're poking holes in someone's story, or you're seeing it for what it is. And also I'm seeing a lot of other people are now seeing it too. There's like no denying something. I am picking up on work for a lot of you. Ooh, wow. Okay, let's get some advice from Spirit now. I'm gonna put the tarot aside. This is a deck by Maruka X. Here's the back of it. It's some kind of like wellness deck. But I don't. There isn't a name on it, and it doesn't come with a box. So I bought it a while ago. So anyway, I'm just showing you that in case you, because it won't be. I can't list it below because I don't know the name of it. I just know the creator. I found it on Etsy, and so all right. So areas of focus, lifestyle wellness. So reassess your boundaries. This is why some of you, this could be something could be blocked or not quite coming in. Maybe you have energy in your environment that's just not conducive to the healing you want to do, to that star energy, to where you want to go. Emotional work. So conquer your karmic relationships. There could be something you've not looked at that needs to be maybe processed in order to be let go of. It could be not talking to someone too. That could be what's holding things up for you. So if you haven't truly moved on, and or if they haven't and their energy is still attached, so you do some, sort of energetic clearing or work with somebody to do that. Awaken your heart with emotional work. Spiritual work, connect to your intuition. Yes, you were getting that for sure. Spiritual work again, connect with air to create movement. So maybe we need to be in some of that air, Queen of Swords or King of Swords energy. And your final card being, that Ace of Swords for the tarot part. And yeah, maybe some of you will find a feather too. Or it's something that's been happening a lot. Okay, this one moved. Oh, and this one's upside down. So, and then, okay, so we're getting three more. So you have cleanse and strengthen your aura, right? Setting up those emotional boundaries with spiritual work. Seek out supportive people with lifestyle wellness. And oh my gosh, another card of emotional work, clear out emotional blockages. Mm-hmm. I can tell you from personal experience, I've thought I've cleared stuff out and I moved on from certain things and then found out I hadn't. I just hadn't fully. Um, yeah, and it can be hard. It takes time. It really does. It takes time to really clear, cleanse, unblock, process, release, all that. Work with professionals if you need to. What are some other blocks here or something that could be getting in the way? We want to unblock it. How to unblock here? Honor your temple. So this is about physical health. So this is living in unhealthy lifestyles, decreasing your focus and energy. Oh, so it says adequate nutrition and exercise can help boost your concentration and energy levels, which can significantly increase the chances of personal success. So it's the body, mind, soul, spirit. You can't separate it, right? It's all connected. So that's what this is about. Again, work with professionals if needed. And then we have two cards want to come out together. You have love life and procrastination. So the love life part, it says your love life is somehow causing you to get sidetracked and off balanced. You can have it all. So seek a better balance between work life, love life. Take time to make yourself a priority. Realize you don't have to sacrifice your success to have it all. And procrastination. And I do get like work could be affecting a relationship. I am getting that. So maybe it is time to reassess your priorities, even, or someone else in your environment. Maybe they work too much. Procrastination, so prioritizing short term relief results in negative consequences. Increase productivity. So look at your excuses, be honest about the things you put off to start making changes and open even more doors. So some of us are like delaying our own success. And then we have blocked heart chakra. We get stuff like this a lot as Libras. Okay, unblock fourth chakra. You may experience emotional issues like anger, lack of trust, jealousy, fear. To heal your heart chakra, it may be time to do some shadow work or any other heart healing practice to help you feel courageous enough to open your heart to others once again. You could even if like you're not Reiki attuned, we are all energy healers capable of tapping into healing energy at any time. And so it's my belief. And you could just sit or lay calmly and place your hand over your heart or both hands and just breathe. Just do it for, however long you feel like. And just, that's a good way to honor your physical health, as this said. and making that body mind connection with in your spiritual connection to body mind soul spirit, and that can help release. You may be surprised what comes to mind, and you might say, you know what, wow, I realized I am still thinking about this situation, it does still bother me, and then you can clear it out. But those moments of stillness are going to help, I think. Right, let's use the Ask Yourself Tarot by Monica Louv. That's not good enough. Something may not be good enough for you. Okay. Oh, all right. You have a King of Cups energy here, water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. What situation in your life requires balanced emotions and careful observation? Maybe this is a journaling prompt for you, but there's something else here that you may want to tap into. What's requiring balanced emotions and careful observation? Four of Pentacles. What situation in your life are you still holding on to? Capricorn energy. That's that devil energy, Capricorn energy, right? No offense to Capricorns. That has nothing to do with that. It's the energy of that feeling attached to something in an unhealthy way, right? Maybe there's a dependency in some way. And you have the Chariot, moving on from that, right? Cancerian energy. What signs are you what signs are showing you that it's time to move forward? Again, maybe write them down, but like give yourself that time to get that higher perspective. A lot of times when people read the Chariot card, they just look at it as like charging forward. But what's really important is that control and that getting that higher vision too. Watching where you're going. It's not just about moving forward. It's really carefully making sure you're the one driving the chariot. That to me is what's key with the chariot, is you're driving it. All right, you're in charge. And what signs are you from your own beautiful intuition getting that it's time to move forward? What do you need to release? Who do you need to release? Is something you're holding on, maybe with this Four of Pentacles? Maybe things need to balance out more. You did have Justice card, right? Okay, the number 47 or 74 could mean something to you. And you have the Lover's card, Gemini energy. What are you prepared to learn from a love connection? Card 6 in tarot. Oh my goodness, you have Justice again. Libra, what needs to be resolved and set right in your life? So yes, some things are out of our control, but other things are within our control. I'm being given a look up angel number 611. Okay, so I don't know. Sometimes that'll come through. It's happened once before where I was told, have them look up, like you have to look it up yourself, and what you get is what you get. Okay, for angel number 611. So 611 could mean something to you. Maybe you're going to start seeing 611. But this is about some sort of alignment to your life, okay? Because like when I see the Lover's card and I see Justice, there is this like balance, this alignment. Things need to fit. And something right now doesn't fit as far as where you want to go. Person, place, thing, energy you're working with. It's just something's not. It's, that song, one of these things is not like the other. One of these things doesn't belong. Yeah, now which one can't play our game, or one can't sing our song, whatever it is. Yeah, which one can't play our game. So there's something here about, I don't know if I mess up the lyrics. I don't care. What the point is you get it. You get the message. Something isn't. It's not. It shouldn't be in your energy. It's not jiving with where you want to go. And all, because also it can be an energy too of like, don't worry so much about where you are right now, because where you're going to be in 5 years, none of this right now is going to matter. It's going to be it's going to be totally different for you, or something along those lines, that the difference will surprise you. All right. So think about where you were 5 years ago right now. What was going, well, 5 years ago was that 2020. I mean, where were we in 20? Well, Would you say we're somewhat better now? I mean, that's debatable. I don't want any comments about stuff like that either. But yeah. So you get what I'm saying, though. Things can change so much in 5 years. 5 years. There's something about 5 years here. Okay, so that could also be something that specifically resonates to you or your situation, not just 5 years ago, but maybe you were in something for 5 years. 5 years too long, in your opinion, So there, or maybe you were five and something happened, or something's been gone 5 years, or something about five, and just or where do you want to be in 5 years? Write out 5 goals for the next 5 years, maybe even. All right, so what do we need to surrender to? Surrender to inner peace. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet, meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy your inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. I'm picking up on band rehearsal or someone rehearsing music right now. Instrument, something's like rehearsing. I don't know if your neighbor is rehearsing, or if you are, or you are in a band or something. I'm getting like, or you were, but there's band. Okay. You're also literally tapping into something. You could have to tap. You may hear tapping. Maybe you've been hearing tapping. Maybe you do that emotional freedom technique, EFT tapping. But there's something here about like percussion too. Like percussive makes me think of like something that's like being palpated or something. Okay, so woodpecker too can come with. Okay, so your own rhythm is what's important here. Okay, so we have surrender to the magic of who you are. We all have magic in us, even in the mundane aspects of life. Remember, you're a magical being with a uniqueness and a worth that comes just from being you. Think star card. We're all stars, right? In our own right. All right. One more. Surrender to success. Now, I love this because you have arch here, and then you have archway. So there it is. More light. There's light passing, a rite of passage, even. You're ready to experience abundance. What do you know? Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. Ta-da! Surrender to success. That's a big part of this reading. Now, messages from your future higher self. We'll get two. 1, 2. Okay. Forgiveness sets you free. It keeps you from hanging on to what was never meant to be. And remember, many of the clouds casting shadows aren't real. And I'm going to say sometimes the sun can distort things too, right? Because that's part of what this reading's about. It's like, nah, is something too good to be true, or am I focusing on the right things, or is something's distracting in some way? There's just this energy of like a disruption. Okay, so I do feel that. But again, just like with the Eight of Swords, remember, you're not actually stuck, is what we're getting in this reading. Remember, many of the clouds casting shadows aren't real. Believing in reality. Okay, and what is reality to you? What does that mean? That's randomly specific too. Heart calling. Reveal your heart's calling. You have everything you need, and now's the time to follow your heart's desire. I hope this reading has helped encourage you, maybe set you free from something that's been heavy. Justice again. Justice will be done to those who oppose you. The truth will be revealed. Dun, dun, dun. You know it. Okay. Angel card. Another nameless deck from Maruk X. No. I don't know the name of it. Here's the back of it. It's an angel oracle of some kind. Some of the older decks didn't have names, but they add them now, so that's good. Choose love, card 8. Strong reactions cause more harm than good. If speaking up feels like the right thing to do, then make sure it's done with love. This can be really tough. I have a hard time with it too. I'm not some perfect tarot lady in tarot land. No. I got my stuff too, right? I'm a person. 45, untie karmic knots. The situation is linked into a karmic energy and the reason of your challenges. Boom. It's time to work off your karmic debts. I just feel like someone could be, or you may be feeling guilty about something. Gotta forgive yourself here. Be watchful. Okay, this came in the reading that we'll post on Thursday. Be on alert and aware of your surroundings. There's a red flag you're ignoring. Allow the truth to be revealed, which you have, the truth will be done, justice will be done. But make sure that you're not ignoring red flags, right? You know better with certain things. Okay. Just listen, go within, listen. Okay. Animal card for you. Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, I'm going to have to go under the table and get that. I'll be right back. Okay. 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 Oh, and I was using the word a rite of passage, and now you have divine birthright, card 28, dolphin. There it is again. You have the right to be happy, Libra. Heart chakra. Abundance is your true nature. There's the word again, abundance. There's nothing you need to do to deserve your heart's desires. Allow the universe to shower you with divine blessings. And several other cards fell out, but they're not meant to be. All right. And sometimes dolphin can have to do with have more fun, have a little more fun. That's what I have for you. Thank you so much for being here. Please do like, subscribe, share the video with someone who might appreciate it or benefit. And thank you to all my subscribers and members. I appreciate you.